And so we're back. That is Sayel Perez. Good looking. Tuskegee. Good looking. Appreciate the phone call. Shameless plug.
It's really not shameless because it's our show.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's been working for you for quite a while now.
You know. Know how many cups we sold? No, I'm just kidding. Raking in the dough now.
Nope. Sorry about that. What keeps doing that?
Anyway.
We're going to have a caller now coming in. We're supposed to call in a little later. But we'll take the call right now.
What we got?
Hello, MVP Live Show.
Hi, hello. This is Nilda Lont, also known as China.
Oh, China. What's up, China?
China, welcome to the show. So,
thank you so much.
So we know you have a couple of things you want to talk about, but first tell us. Well, you told us your name already. Well, what's your title? Where do you work out of?
Well, again, my name is Nilda Lont, also known as China. I am on the job for 20 years. I started my 20th year in October. I originally was a bus operator. I reclassified to the station department as a station agent.
Okay.
I've
20
been
years.
an activist. I got involved with the union under the Roger Toussaint, Tate, and Barry Roberts when they did the first Next Generation seminar. And I think that was about 2007. I've been very active since then. So I'm shop steward certified also. And I'm just a member for the members.
That's what we need.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So, Miss Lont or Nilda, how can we call you?
You can call me China, you can call me Lunt, you can call me Nilda.
I'll go with Nilda.
I like China.
You like? You know what? I knew you was.
I like China. I'm sorry. I like China. Sorry.
China in Spanish is orange. Like in Puerto Rico, the China is called an orange, like the orange.
Yep, and
right?
in English,
There's a
China.
wrinkle for your brain.
Made in China, baby. Made in China.
I mean, you're delicate.
I don't know. She's a fighter.
She's a fighter.
Nilda, so you know what? Go ahead. Tell us what it is that you wanted to talk about.
What's on your mind, Nilda?
All right, let me kind of like take you off the speaker thing because I can barely hear you guys.
Okay.
So give me a second.
And this is becoming right now the Nilda Lont show.
Yeah.
So, well, my thoughts about the contract. Me personally, I'm going to vote no. And the reason I'm going to vote no is because similar to the last contract, there's a lot of pilot programs, just a different word, committees, and a lot of further discussions. And I'm not willing to take away my power and give it to our union elected officials to at some later time decide what they want to do and how they want to handle it without any input from the members. I believe this is probably one of the biggest problems we have with this union right now is participation. And the reason it's so bad is because our leaders are not transparent. They're actually the demands never was put forth to the members, which I think is crazy in itself, that you don't even give the members an opportunity to know what was our demands, even after the MTA already had those demands. So they kept on saying it was top secret because, they didn't want nothing to slip out. But then thereafter, what happened? Why couldn't we get those demands immediately? Well, we can make a better decision. But again, like I said, it's too many open-ended, and I'm not willing to do that again. It's crazy. But at the same time, when are we going to start holding our officials accountable for their actions? Like, the reason this administration, I think the last 3 contracts, I mean, if you really have monitored the process, you will actually say this was for, like, a show, right? Because the first proposal was obnoxious, right?
Definitely.
And then they automatically declined that. And the second proposal, I believe there was a second proposal. We never knew about it, really. And then they came and they negotiated this executive board meeting, and they had a tentative agreement. Like, how did that happen so quickly?
Yeah, not only a tentative, then they start publicizing that it was pretty much a done deal all over the place.
Yeah, on the radio.
Yeah, the radio, TV, like it's a done deal. It's like, nah, it's not even a done deal yet. Like, you know,
We didn't even vote on it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, I would like to thank the members for their participation. What participation? Like, come on.
Exactly.
You know? But it's kind of our fault, right? Because if you remember back in the days, they used to, the members used to hold the officers accountable. How did they do that? Well, they was active. When you used to go to a meeting, there was a bunch of people at that meeting. There wasn't 10 people in each meeting. Okay? The elected officers had to worry that they didn't hold to what they supposed to do for the membership. They knew they would be voted out. But right now, not only we can't vote them out because there's not enough members running against them, but when you take a vote, only a few people are voting.
Right,
So most of
right.
out of 40,000 members, you're telling me that 30,000 of them are allowing 1,000 to dictate what their livelihood should be. That to me doesn't make any sense.
No.
Correct.
We have to start holding our people accountable.
Yeah, I like what you said. That you're not saying leaders. You're saying officials. You're saying, you know, you're changing the name because I don't like that leader crap because they're not leaders. They're elected officials. You know.
They are elected officials.
They work for us.
I think
That's
they
true.
sometimes
use
forget
that
that they're elected official by the members.
The officers, yeah. Those are two terms we need to stick with because leaders that's not a true term for them.
So, Nilda, what ideas do you have that we can, you know, get everybody behind? Because it's like the membership is like split up.
It is, and that's why I'm glad you call as part of stations. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is split up, and from history, most of us know that most likely this tentative agreement will pass.
Mm-hmm.
If it already didn't.
But if we don't start being more active, especially the youth of this job, because look, I got 5 years. Most of the people who are making these decisions have tenure. They could be walking out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Utano is making $200,000. Okay, he's just setting himself and his family up. Why aren't we taking care of our families and setting ourselves up the same way? You know, we have to sit down. We have to make these officers understand you're not going to continue to disregard and disrespect us. They don't respect our bylaws. They don't respect the membership. You know, whenever they want to sell something to the members, it's the only time they unite. Otherwise, as you've seen in Richie Davis' video, it's all about his division. It's all about this division. It's all about that division. But then they want to sing solidarity. You can't have it both ways. You can't sit up here and say, let's say unite. We need to be united in a rally, but then talk about, this is bus's problem and this is RTO's problems, this is stations. No, the officers need to start uniting because they are leaders, right?
Right.
And then the membership should go along with it. But that's not how it is.
It's like people don't know the meaning of union.
Right.
Everybody is in it for themselves. This is what I can get out of it, and that's it.
So let me just touch a little bit on stations because I know
Yes,
this
please.
is more of a bus.
No. This is how it started.
Okay.
But
it's everything.
But it's everyone. We want everybody involved, and I'm glad you
I know
called.
you guys want everyone, but the main topic has been buses
Right.
because it's just sport. It's just like if I work in buses, I'm going to talk about buses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how it is.
Yeah, we can't really
So
speak
I'm glad
on
you
it.
invite-
We can't relate
I'm
on
glad that
subways
you
because we don't
invite,
know about it.
Stations and RTO.
Right.
Of course.
I
Definitely.
appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. So go ahead.
So now, our VP for stations. People are hard. It's hard on him, and I don't know him 100% like I do Richie Davis, but he's well organized. He really has organized the team. Although me and him may disagree on how to hold our meetings and stuff like that. Overall, I think they got a great team in there, and if he's able to fight he's gonna do his best to fight. But CTAs, as you know, got a no layoff clause,
Which is happening.
meaning that they will not be laid off for the next 4 years.
It's hurtful.
But with that clause came outsourcing of contractors. This problem happened in January, that there was a stipulation was signed on outsourcing. It was supposed to be a one-time thing. So for us to find out that it's in our contract now, it's kind of disappointing. But what I find amazing is that it wasn't Witchard who signed off on this tentative agreement for CTAs and the contractors. It was Utano. He overrode Witchard, who rejected that proposal. Instead of them outsourcing this work, they could have trained our members. I mean, there was an article in the paper a couple of months ago in June that says by an official, let me read it word for word. Official said cuts to those jobs like station cleaners, track workers, and signal maintainers will depend on whether or not Local 100 officials agree to integrate or expand techniques used by outside contractors that will make MTA workers more efficient. So why didn't we just sit at the table until we got that done? Why is it that we gave up those jobs? And then in that same article, Salmon said these people must be on smoking crack. He said, crack. They think they are going to take our work. We're in a good situation for negotiations. We own exclusively the maintenance and operation of subway stations. What happened to that? Like, if we have this work exclusively, why didn't we sit at the table until we got the language in the contract that they would train our members instead of outsourcing? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's one of my
That makes
problems.
sense, yeah.
But, right. But the thing with that is, now you have station and collecting agents, right? Where the agreement says further discussion for deployment and blah, blah, blah. So basically what that does is put the power in our VP's hands to negotiate what will transpire in the future. But we had a stipulation in January that said that we weren't going to use contractors no more. How do you make our members feel secure now with that open-ended agreement to ratify a contract? Why would any members in station ratify this contract knowing that station agents and collecting agents don't know the outcome of their jobs in the future? And we can't depend on our VP 100% because the president might override him. So we have to really pay attention. I would vote no. I ask the members to vote no, especially in stations department where we don't know what's going to happen. Stations is in a crisis. I don't care what nobody tells me. Okay? I don't think they got to redeploy station agents. They have to redeploy station agents. Okay? And CTAs are temporarily safe. Otherwise than that, we didn't gain anything. But one thing I do want to mention as far as our division meeting today is concerned, they are asking station agents to step up to the plate. To make sure that they maintain their station as best as possible. Not that the station agents, station cleaners are not doing their jobs. It's just that we need to step it up a little bit. They're asking for outsourcing can kind of stop a little bit.
Right.
Because management is basically going to be reflecting upon everything we're doing, right? They're going to scrutinize everything, and everything we're not doing is going to be utilized against us. So we have to take part in securing our jobs too, right? Station agents could be friendly. I mean, the machines is the machines. This technology's taking over.
Yeah, that's a big problem with every job. Not just transit. Every job, technology is taking over a lot of jobs.
You want to read off what Mario?
Yeah.
Nilda, this was from one of our viewers.
Yeah,
let's just listen to this. What he wrote, because you're probably not watching the show going on.
I can barely hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but this is what Mario says in the comments. He says they're supposed to perform the one-time cleaning and pay 2 cleaners an hour overtime to observe, and then that would become the standard for stations. Yeah, I remember when they first did that. That's what was supposed to happen. They were supposed to bring in the outsource and train these people, and then they leave, and then that's what becomes the standard. Then the people who learned are supposed to train everybody else.
Right, but
that's not happening,
January.
Right? Right, and that's not happening.
They did it in January, right? They had 2 station cleaners.
Thanks, Mario. Yeah. Yeah, 2
Go ahead,
station
Nilda.
cleaners.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I see him moving his lips. Okay. They had
Stop
2
looking at the
station
damn.
cleaners.
There's a delay. Don't look at the video. There's a delay.
It's a 30-second delay. Just talk to us on the phone.
They had 2 station cleaners monitoring the contractors and getting paid an hour, which is at time and a half, so it becomes an hour and a half, so it's 9 hour and a half day for them. Okay, so you did that already. 6 months, I think you did it for. So why didn't you take those cleaners and implement a training program?
Exactly, that's what they're supposed to do,
You're
right?
asking the cleaners to observe, but technically, officially, to do the safety process of it, we're gonna have to be trained by an official of the department, right? So I'm not understanding why the observation. I mean, is that supposed to relax us that somebody's getting paid an extra hour and a half? I don't understand, because are those people who are monitoring them going to train the other people? It's just not making sense. But what we did gain was another release slot to monitor the contractors. Go figure. But, listen, we have to do our part to secure our jobs, and part of that is attending our division meeting and making noise and holding our officers accountable.
Yeah.
And what you're doing right now, passing the word along.
If Utano is not going to respect our VP, then we, as a unit, have to let Utano know. And this is why it's good that people bring up their dues if they're in rears. But we could come to these meetings and we could make some noise, and our VP understands that he has our backing, because numbers matter.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers matter. If our VP is really fighting, then how will he have more power is for his membership to stand up with him and say, Utano, you either give it to us or you don't get our vote, because at the end of the day, it's all politics for most of these people.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It's about staying in office and reaping the benefits.
Yep.
Right?
You're correct.
We have to not just allow them to do whatever. I mean, at what point do we wake up? This youth, God bless them, man. I remember when I came on the job, they say, youngster, don't worry, the job gets better with time. Holy crap.
Yeah.
The job itself gets easier with time, because you're learning as you go.
You got seniority, you get to pick the other stuff.
As far as the job itself. But
the politics is getting
what's
worse.
running behind it, that's what's screwing it up. I want to also say thank you that you called, because that you told us that you're 20 years on the job and you still show that you give a fuck about what's going on.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these are members, they're basically saying, oh, all these guys that have a lot of years, that they're almost on their way out, they don't care. So they're gonna say yes to the contract, because they got a few years and they're out of here. They don't care.
Papers in their pocket.
And here we got Nilda Lont, who's 20 years working for transit, and she gives a fuck. She's like, she's not voting yes, because
listen, our children are our future, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
And even if you're not here, you're helping those coming into this job, to have something good. I would have loved my son. He took the test. I don't want to, if he gets called, to come to a shitty kind of environment.
Exactly.
So you never know. So we have to fight, even if we're on our way out. I mean, I got 8 years to go. But I mean, you got what you said. You got 5 years.
I got 5. I'm counting them down, baby.
I bet you are.
Union work. Let me. I know it's time for me to go, but just let me intercede for a minute.
You on the clock?
It's fine because you know what? I had the other caller has not called, so.
Yeah, I know.
But
Keep
yeah,
going. Keep going.
I told you I could talk though, Pete.
you sure did. She told me she's not too crazy about being on camera, but she could talk.
Oh shit!
But let me say, for my stations department, a lot of those officers are new. They're first time officers. They're in the learning process. There's some of them who are really, I believe in, is good. And they're going to be our future if station still has a future. I want them to understand not to get discouraged. You can't change the world, but if you do your part to help one person, that's all that matters. You take one step at a time. You deal with one person at a time. You do your best, and at the end of the day, you sleep well.
That's correct.
Absolutely, that's great.
Anything else, gentlemen?
Anything else you want to mention? Are you part of a? I see your shirt that you're wearing in the
picture.
In the picture, what was that for? What was that for?
That's my members shirt. My members first shirt. I've been. That's just my little logo that I have. I don't have no particular group, but that's my thing. Members first, because I believe that we should come first.
Okay.
Elected officers are representatives of us because we elected them, and they need to respect us.
That's what's up.
And we have a member saying that Nilda knows what she's talking about. So there you go.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
We got fans going.
Fan, one of our operators from Grand Avenue
I
Depot.
love my bus people, man. I tell you the truth, I miss my bus so much. I even miss the public. This station agent is a nice place to be, comfortable, if you like to mellow out. But I like the interaction with people, and I really miss my bus people a lot. And unfortunately, I can't go back right now. But I raised a lot of hell in the Bronx for the members out there.
Oh, you in the BX, huh? Hey.
Yeah. But see, I know you probably guys heard it. One of the things that this leadership. I don't even want to really get into it, but when
Just say it.
Members lost their rights to run and vote against the officers. So right now, in the Bronx and Brooklyn, Mass Store members who could be very good elected officers can't do nothing for those members, and vice versa, because some of our union elected officers decided to monopolize the system where not all our members have a fair chance to run in the depot they actually work from, which is sad.
Wow.
Which is sad because members' participation in any form of facet is a great thing. And on top of it, right now, if there was an election in the Bronx, some of those PA guys really would help the Bronx people. But right now, it's sad what they have done to this union. The leadership itself has kind of disenfranchised its own members. I don't get it, but that's another topic for another day.
And you're welcome to call any other day too. Whenever you want,
right,
you got something to say. It was much appreciative of your call, and I'm sure that you touched many people with your thoughts as far as the contract goes, and we're glad that you were, pretty much out straight and told us how you're voting. And what else can we say about this? Oh well, the ballots supposedly start today's the 18th. Is today the 18th?
The ballots came out already.
Right? There's yesterday they started sending them out. So people gotta start looking out for that ballot, and I guess we'll post.
They have to utilize it, Pete. They have to utilize it, not keep it on the table.
Send it out.
This matters. It matters.
And
this is your family's life.
And we will definitely touch on this and see what happened with this ballot come next year, because I believe it's till January 9th, I think it is.
We'll talk about it.
You got the number? Information?
Yeah, I got everything up there.
Go ahead. Okay, you got the information. Okay. Good. Oh, I have it here too. When was it again? Wednesday, December 18. You put it up? Wednesday, December 18. Mail-in of ballots will take place. And Thursday what? And Thursday, January 9th. You read that part. So, Nilda, we want to thank you again for calling in. Are you there?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So, we want to thank you for calling. You can keep on watching. And thank you again. Much appreciated. Nice to have met you, at least on the phone. And hopefully we'll hear more about you as time progresses. Thank you so much for your call, Nilda.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
you, all the elected officers and the activists who put in the work.
Thank you so much.
And you enjoy your holidays. Peace
You too.
With y'all.
Bye-bye.
Like what you watch, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button to stay up to date, and don't forget to like the video.